Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Anime Lounge Short Flights. Today, I'm going to be covering episode 16 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. This is almost like the end of a core because Frieren is going to be taking a 1 week break, and I thought this was a really just absolutely fantastic way to kind of end what you could consider to be core one of Frieren Beyond Journey's End because it had just some new twists and turns, some new characters. It got you in all the feels that you're looking for. And then it kind of leaves off on a cliffhanger, which thankfully we only have to wait one extra week to get the uh, answer to that cliffhanger. And I thought this was just another amazing episode by Frieren. But let me really get into this episode. So we have our characters that are going along their journey. We find out that Sein, I think it's Sein, who is the priest that is now along with us on the journey. He actually has a picture of himself and his friend, who we learn to, he is known by Guerrilla Warrior. All right, well, you want to be remembered forever, have a unique name. That's going to get you remembered forever, and that's well, basically what he's doing. But they have a picture. I thought that was really cool. I was not expecting them to have pictures. And then you have Stark, who is like, oh, that's really rare. So they acknowledge the fact that, this isn't something common, which helps make it sense that, this is really the first time we've heard about a picture being in this world. So as they're going through their journey, Than is just asking people, hey, do you know this guy? Have you seen him? When was the last time you've seen him? All these questions. Because if you remember, he agreed to join Frieren, Fern, and Stark on their journey only to go meet with his friend, which is going to play a really big role later on in the end of the episode. So, he's asking all these people, and then of course, our main party is like, so what's your friend's name? Like, and come to find out that he comes by Guerrilla Warrior. And they're like, no, what's his real name? And he's like, I don't know. We've always called him that. And I thought it was kind of interesting. But then they go to this village, who you find out, of course, Freyren's already been there before because I feel like she's been everywhere in the world. But Old Man Vol is the essentially guardian of this village. He's a 400-year-old dwarf, which apparently they only live 300 years. So him living an extra 100 years is very interesting. But he is there and protecting this village. You come to find out that he's doing it because he promised his wife, whom he can't even remember what she looks like, that he would protect this village. He kind of acts like a senile old man, but I loved the conversations and just the interactions him and Freyren were having because, she was very animated. He was very animated. So it's just kind of two old souls getting together and reminiscing between the past and the present. And I really enjoyed it because we've only really seen Freyren have this just kind of very just mellow tone to her. But here in this episode, she was very happy. She was very animated. They were talking this whole time, and she made, to us, their jokes, but to her, she was being real in saying that she would stay there for a decade. And Fern's like, nah, you get a week. That's all you get is 1 week to stay here. And I thought that I really enjoyed it, but just the interactions between Freyren and Vol, because for the most part, we've really only seen her having these real deep interactions with the heroes party. But now, we have this character who was just somebody that she can really connect with and have a true deep interaction. And I really, really loved this episode. I thought it was so good. And then you have this old woman who they called her the stubborn old woman, bringing them all these missions. Again, more tying in the past of every time Hemel would accept these errands. They would get into all these dangers. And it was really cool because they got to play a montage of all these things that Frieren and her new group party are doing. You seen these giant chickens. It was just really cool to see all. It's a way to build the world without spending hundreds or 10 episodes trying to world build. And I really enjoyed that. But then you come to find out that this old woman who had one last task, and that was to clean the statues of the previous elf that we have ran into and his mysterious priest that we still don't know who he is. So I'm curious to find out who he is. But the guerrilla warrior had previously cleaned this, and he talked about his friend Sein, and it was just very very heartfelt. The biggest cliffhanger that this show ended with was the fact that this village has a fork in the road where you can go west, and I think it's Ashwollen is where Frieren is planning on going, and Turin is east. We come to find out that the direction in which Guerrilla Warrior went was east, and Frieren wants to go west. So now the cliffhanger that we have is, which way is Cian going to go? Is he going to go east towards his friend, or is he going to go west with his new companions? And I cannot wait because, well, that's the biggest cliffhanger. That's the biggest cliffhanger we've had in this entire season so far. And it's a big one because this is a new friend. He seems to be very important to this heroes party, but he's got one mission. It's to find his friend. And I can't wait to figure it out. But that's all I got for this episode of the pseudo core finale of season 1 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Amazing, amazing show. Please tell your friends about it because it's been so good. I'm absolutely loving it. But please make sure to check out the anime show on Facebook and Instagram. Check out all the awesome anime content they have on there. See what good videos, what good content that you want to check out for next season, because the winter season's right around the corner. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be another good series coming out in a couple weeks. Also, please subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment. Let us know what you think of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Have a good one.